Okay, today we're going to look at the trigonometric ratios that go with our radian measure and our angle measure. And if you look at the triangle that we have up here, we could easily fill in sine, cosine, and tan using SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, etc. What we're also going to be looking at today are the reciprocal ratios that go with the primary ratios, which I'm not sure if you've seen before, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. And all that they are, just going to get rid of that, is the reciprocals of sine, cosine, and tan. And you can see the reciprocal relationship here, and that it's just simply the same ratio, just flipped over. And we'll refer back to those as we do questions such as these. This is an angle that would be drawn in quadrant 3 because both values are negative, negative y and negative x. And we're told that the point of intersection right there is -5 and -12. So we create that same triangle that we just had on the previous page where we have a y value and we have an x value. We're going to figure out all 6 trig ratios. So I'll just do a few. I'll start with cosine. Well, cosine of theta, where this is theta right here, is opposite over hypotenuse. So in this case, the y value is -12, the x value is -5, so opposite would be -12. It's a unit circle, so it's over 1, so it's -12. What about if I wanted to do the cotangent of theta? If we look back at cotangent, it's the reciprocal of tan. Tan is y over x, cotan is x over y. So we take our x value and we put it over top of our y value, and if you can simplify it further, you do so. That's it. You're not going to have much trouble with those. You're also going to have to draw some angles and find exact values. And again, I'll just pick 1 or 2 here. I'll pick one that's in radian measure, and then I'll pick one that's in degree measure. Let's start with the sine of -300. -300 is going to go around here, have a terminal arm there. We have now a reference angle here of 60 degrees. So what would the sine of 300 be equal to? Well, first of all, in that quadrant, we know it's going to be positive, a positive answer, and it will be the same as the sine of 60 because the reference angle is 60. And the sine of 60, if you looked at your special triangles, we know the relationship between 30, 60, and 90. We find that the sine of 60 is opposite over hypotenuse √3 over 2. That would be the exact value of that angle, or pardon me, the exact value of the sine of that angle at that point. For cosecant of 7 pi over 6, we have to draw the angle in radian measure. And the way I always remember with pi over 6 is, well, what's 180 divided by 6? Well, that's 30. So 7 30s is about 210 degrees. That's 7 pi over 6. So roughly there. And our reference angle now is going to be, well, this, you think that's pi, which is 6 pi over 6, and this is 7 pi over 6. Well, that would have to be pi over 6. Pi over 6 is 30 degrees. So that's really the same as finding, well, let's think in this quadrant, will it be positive or will it be negative? C-A-S-T. In this quadrant, only tangent is positive, so the answer is going to be negative. And we're going to find the cosecant of pi over 6, which is 30 degrees. If you want to change it to degrees, you can leave it in radians, which is the same as the reciprocal, that. And I know that the sine of 30 is 1/2, so the answer here is going to be -2. All right. So that's the type of question you're going to see as well. You're also going to have to type some things into your calculator. Just remember, when you do the reciprocal ratios, you're going to have to use your primary buttons to get the answer. Also, don't forget with that, if there's no degree symbol, you have to make sure your calculator's on radians. You're also going to have to deal with some questions where you have to use your second function button to find the measure of an angle. For instance, here, not so much, this is more thinking about where is sine equal to 0. And really on the unit circle, we just said that back here, that x is really cosine from this ratio. And really your y value is always your sine value. So when we go back to this question here, it's really asking you where's the y value 0? And so that would be this point right here and this point right here where we have 0 and 1 and 0 and -1. The y value is 0, so the sine value is 0. So what is the measure of those angles? I would say that theta equals 0 degrees or 0. It also could equal 180 degrees or pi, depending on whether you want the answer in radians or in degrees. And so that's the basic gist of it, and you're going to have lots of questions, I'm sure, and if you do your work with a lot of repetition, this stuff becomes pretty easy, just again, with everything that we do. It takes practice, so I'll help you out.